background?
On digital radio, on the app, on your smart speaker, on Twitter, YouTube, Twitch.tv, and Facebook. The Sportscast. Expect the unexpected.
The Jersey Boys Sports Talk presented by The Sportscast.
The Jersey Boys Sports Talk with Victor Arocho and Byron Jones. And here's your host, Victor Arocho.
Yo, let's go! Are you ready for some football? Live out of Miami, Fort Lauderdale, and Lancaster, Pennsylvania. Welcome to the Jersey Boys Sports Talk, hosted by Byron Jones and Victor Arocho. Brought to you by the Sportscast. Today's September 4th, 2025. This year is flying. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to the Sportscast on all channels, YouTube, X, Spotify, iTunes, and we are streaming on your favorite podcast streaming services. Look up the Jersey Boys Sports Talk. Please leave a rating and a review. It'll help us out tremendously. If you like what you're seeing here, smash that like button. Hit the YouTube. Get the notifications. This is going to be an awesome season, and we're getting ready to go live from the Jersey Boys Sportscast. Let's get it on. Mr. Byron Jones, how you doing today? You can tell I'm excited.
Yeah, I could tell a little bit. I got excited when I had to go deal with my little kids, and they sit there and they gave the Eagle chants today, and it was killing me. It was killing me. He said E-A-G-L-E, however you spell Eagle. Oh, kids were killing me.
Were they doing it on purpose to you?
Oh yeah, because they know I'm a Giant fan, man. Hey, I'm true blue Giant. I don't care, if they lose every game. I'm a Giant fan. I'm looking forward to the season 2025. NFC East Division champs, the New York Football Giants. Yes, I'm a believer. I'm going to be a believer until they prove me wrong.
Oh, we're going to talk a little bit about that coming up. Well, listen to me. I am excited, baby. Got my Giants shirt on. I think we got a lot. This is going to be an exciting season. We got some awesome games coming up. Would you agree? And we're going to go over that. We're going to do some picks. We're going to do our picks. We're also going to go through the NFC conferences. Divisions. Let's pick who we think are to win each division, right? We're going to go. I already know who you have for NFC East. Let's go pick through the divisions. We'll talk about some players. There's some topics coming up. We got the Eagles and the Cowboys going live right now. We should have brought Pam on the show. Pam, if you're out there, how you doing, baby? Pam, because I love when she calls them the cowgirls.
Yeah.
I love what she does. That makes me laugh. All right, let's get right into it. All right, so we got let's go here. Okay, 2025 NFL Kickoff starts tonight with the Dallas Cowboys versus the champion Eagles. Congratulations to the Eagles. They're getting their rings. They're getting everything. And we already talked about Micah Parsons. So let's see what happens. But let me ask you a question.
What?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yes? Go ahead. Go ahead, Byron.
No, go ahead. I'm listening.
I was going to ask you if I'm of the opinion.
You know how crazy?
Go ahead. Boyz II Men is singing the national anthem. Go ahead.
Do you know how crazy it is around here? Yeah. Crazy it is around here. I had to deal with the Philadelphia Eagles bright and early. I had to go over the bridge to New Jersey, and the traffic was backed up from the Philadelphia airport up over the bridge to the stadium. It was crazy. Them people were already out there at 10, 11 o'clock in the morning. They don't play till 8. They had people that showed up at midnight to get in the,
because some of them aren't going to the game, right? They're just tailgating.
They just go out there and tailgate. But who's going to go out there at 12 o'clock at night to go sit out there? One guy went out there and brought like a pig, and he was like roasting a pig out there, at 12 o'clock at night. And they don't play.
Well, let me tell you, if you're going to roast a pig, roasting a pig in September early is the best time because you ain't going to do that in December.
No, but yeah, it's just interesting why a lot of things were shut down around here. Yeah, it was crazy.
So how'd you get back though?
I had to take a back way. I had to go back down the like 295. I had to go over the Commodore Barry Bridge to come back around.
Oh my God!
The traffic was that bad, and
Hey, well, hey, listen to me. Those are at least good fans, right? You got to give them credit. Philadelphia, this is their second Super Bowl. They won last year in an awesome fashion. And you gotta love that, man. I don't. Unfortunately, I'm not there up there north. I think I'm gonna have to figure out how to get to. I want to go to a Dolphin game. Hopefully, I see Papa Paul. I'm gonna go to a Dolphin game for sure this year, just to go tailgate, find out where he's at, and just eat some food and go from there. But let me ask you a question. This is what I was gonna ask you. If the hold on, let me fix this. If the Eagles until but not. Oh. But if the Eagles don't blow out, what does it mean? What do you read into anything if the Eagles don't win by at least two touchdowns today? They don't have no Micah Parsons on there. You got Saquon Barkley that could run. They're picked to go back to the Super Bowl. What do you think? Would it mean if it's a close game? What does that mean? And if they beat them by more than two touchdowns, what does that mean?
Nothing, because like we've said before, in the past that since they played the least amount of preseason games and they're still working the rust off. All those guys haven't played together a whole game yet. This one they are, and you're gonna expect maybe some turnovers and just little stuff that they're gonna have to clean up during the course of the season, but because they play less preseason games, it's going to be kind of sloppy. I think personally,
it's going to be kind of sloppy. Okay, I'm bothered by that. Right? I'm just tired of something's wrong. So this is we've had this conversation the last couple of years, which the Bengals played their starters. Giants started playing some of their starters. Teams were playing their starters, right? And because that excuse has got to go. Bengals had to play their starters because they were one game away from making the playoffs. They got to stop starting slow. But let's get back to this game. I'm of the belief that the Eagles need to win by at least two touchdowns. That's the bottom line, right? If they don't, then I'm just saying NFC East is going to be up for grabs, or it's back to the locker room, or it's something. You're the best team. Everyone's telling you the best team. They need to start playing like it. Again, I just say the Eagles have not played. The Eagles have not played to the level of the roster they have until it counted, the Super Bowl. So you could say, hey, when it counted, they played their best, but they were awesome in the Super Bowl. But the whole year, up and down, it was ridiculous. So that's what I'm thinking. I think because Dallas lost their best defensive player, you got one of the best offensive rushers on the team. You got killer receivers on the team. You got the tush push. There's no reason you don't win by two touchdowns. And let's see. Did their defense change that much that they can't control Dallas?
Yeah, it did, because they lost, a couple of edge rushers. They lost Milton Williams, went to New England, New England Patriots, and they're different. The only guy that they have as a proven pass rusher, and he's kind of iffy, is Nolan Smith. But the other guy on the other side, he's a new guy. Now the big Jaden, what's his name? Not Carter. The other guy, Jordan Davis, is playing for a contract because he's coming up on his fifth year, and they said he's lost weight, but now he's going to really have to play. But on defense, it's a lot of new parts. For the Eagles, they're not the same that they were last year. A lot of these guys, not there. Like a third of them are gone
on defense.
On defense.
Okay, so why are they predicting them to repeat? Because you won the Super Bowl on defense.
Right.
You won the Super Bowl on defense. But you didn't win the Super Bowl on offense.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Jay, my man.
You did not win the Super Bowl on offense. Saquon had 53 yards, right? What did Jalen Hurts throw for? Less than 200?
He was the MVP. So
I know he was the MVP, but the defense should have got the MVP.
Yeah, technically, yeah, they should have. But
defense should get the defense. What was it, 2004, right? 24 Super Bowl.
So what?
That game was won on defense. That's end of story.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But like on offense, the only thing they lost. Becton, the guard that they had last year. He moved along. Got a contract, moved along, and pretty much it's still the same. On offense, it's pretty much all of them are the same. Except for one position, the guard position, but the offensive line is the same, running back, receivers, everything is the same for the Eagles on offense. It's the defense that they're going to have to work with.
It's the defense they got to work with. You get Fangio. Let's see what he's got. Okay, I'm just saying here. I'm going to look at the stats. First down. There you go. I'm just telling you. They better hold them. So maybe it's not about points. Maybe it's about Here we go. Let's go player stats. Eagles. He threw for 221 yards. He was 2 touchdowns and 1 TD, 1 interception, and he had a TD rushing. He rushed. Oh, wait a second. He rushed for 72 yards. That's a little bit different. He passed for 222, 221. He rushed for 72. That's almost 300 yards. So he's well deserving.
All by himself.
Yeah, that's 300 yards by yourself. That's a lot. All right, so I'm not saying that he didn't deserve the MVP. I just felt that defense, dominated. Like he had the ball way more. I mean, let's see. He had the ball more. Let's see if they have it here. Let's go player team stats overview. Man, here we go. Oh man, they don't have it. Okay, here team stats. 345 total yards to 275. Passing yards, 210, 226. Rushing, 135 yards rushing for the Eagles. Yards per play, 4.9, 5.6. Let's see. Time possession. Look, okay, granted, but look at the time possession, bro. 37 minutes for the Eagles, 23 minutes for the Chiefs, right? So you got 37. So you got pretty much they had the ball for a quarter, and that was due to turnovers, right? So let's see. Fumbles lost, 1 punt. They had 6 punts. They allowed 6 sacks. They 49 plays to 70. What?
Are you having flashbacks to the Super Bowl, man?
Yeah, I'm stopping. Look at that. Dallas I'm just saying to you though, Dallas is driving right now. Dallas is on the score. So I'm just saying you're gonna be picked to win the Super Bowl over again, right? DJ Mack, what's up, DJ Mack? Welcome back to the show. Someone ejected already for the game. Someone from the Eagles got ejected. Jalen Carter done for the night. The guy you just mentioned.
Already. What did he do?
Thanks, DJ Mack. He did something on the kickoff. Ejected, done for the game. Weren't you just talking about him? Weren't you just talking about him?
Yeah. This is people forget, not to be a Dallas Cowboy lover. Their offensive line is not that bad. Their offensive line is pretty good that they have. No. The only issue they have is running back. They got good receivers. You figure out CeeDee Lamb, and they got George Pickens now, and they also have a good tight end. So offensively, they're pretty good. It's the defense that Dallas is going to have a problem with this year.
They just scored. Went right down the field, scored. There goes your defense on defense. Now it's just first game, first everything. But bottom line is, goes back to the potent offense, right? They just scored. Look at DJ Mack, Jalen Carter done for the night. He just told us someone got ejected from the game. Apparently it's DJ. Apparently it's Jalen Carter. So
what did he do? I want to know.
He did something on the kickoff.
Yeah, but he's not on the kickoff team. That big old dude ain't running downfield, so it had to be something.
What is it, Jalen Carter, right? I'll find out. DJ, if you're there, find out what he did. Carter ejected.
That's crazy. I bet you the Eagle fan.
Lineman Jalen Carr was ejected from the season opening game against Dallas Cowboys after spitting on the quarterback, Dak Prescott. So it wasn't on the quarterback. He spit on Dak Prescott.
Why would you do that?
I'm telling you, the Eagles did something to someone. All right, he spit on Dak.
Why would you spit on another grown man? That come on, be professional.
One, be professional, and two, it's the first game. It goes back to my concern with the locker room, the presence of the control of Sirianni. He won the Super. You know how that is. I don't know. I don't think they're going to go back to back. I'm sorry. I think they're a good team. Don't get me wrong. I just don't think they go back to back. Look at it. Me and you both didn't pick them to win the conference, the division. So, anyhow, that's what's happening there.
That's just a lack. That's just a lack of discipline, for him to do something. Why would you? I can't get over the fact that a grown man is spitting on another grown man. That's crazy.
Welcome to the show, Mr. Juani Diaz from Solvo Globo. Welcome to the show, my friend. He's the one that just told us he spit on Dak. That's crazy. Why are you going to spit on Dak? Why would you do that in the first game? I mean, it goes back to discipline of the team, right? That's a problem.
He didn't even make it 5 minutes. He didn't even make it 5 minutes into the game.
It had to be the first play. I mean, first two plays. He didn't make it in the first drive. And Jalen Carter was the guy that. Did you say he's playing for a contract?
Yeah.
So he's playing for a contract and gets ejected the first game. Will that affect his contract? Juan, welcome to the show. Juan, welcome to the show. My co-host Byron Jones, former NFL player with Minnesota Vikings, and sheriff from New Jersey, and also is a military man. So I want to let you know. Welcome to the show. All right, well, let's go. I still think that if this game is close, I think it's a problem. That's just me. Everyone wants to discount preseason games or regular season games or to start. Then play your players. But you better play to win. So, all right, who do you got? Let's go to your thing here. Let's go this real quick, just for tonight, so we can pick it now. Who do you have? Cowboys or Eagles right now?
Eagles.
Okay, so Byron, Byron. I got B.
And let's pick. Don't forget tomorrow's game too.
Tomorrow's. Oh yeah. So tomorrow is Chiefs Chargers. Who you picking?
Yep. Chiefs.
No, I don't want to do that. I want to do something. Wait, I got to change your thing. All right, here. So I'm gonna put Byron, Victor. What I want to do is put numbers, right?
You don't remember the numbers, so you are getting kind of old.
Who you have? The Eagles. I have the Eagles, and then tomorrow I'm gonna have. Who do you have? Chiefs, Chargers.
Chiefs.
Chiefs. I'm gonna have the Chiefs. All right, good. We'll come back to this in a little bit. All right, let's keep going. All righty. So now, Giants agree to sell 10% stake. What happened there, Byron? So the Strahan got knocked out. Eli jumped, went out. What happened? Who's the Koch family?
David and Charles Koch are very rich billionaire family. I think they're out of Kansas, and they fund a lot of Republican stuff, throughout the country. I think Charles died. One of the brothers died like a couple years ago. I think this is either like his daughter or his wife is the one that has the 10%, stake, into the Giants now. And I don't know. It's just weird that them being associated with the Giants now. It's like I guess it is what it is.
All right. So just so you know, they are the second. Okay, here. I'll put this in. I want to put the rest of the family in there, but they are. All right, let's put this here. Comments. Um, that's who they are.
He's a
Prominent
prominent.
American family is known for their business interests in the Koch. They're the second largest privately owned company in the U.S. That's big. There's one thing to be the second largest privately owned
They're big
company
money.
in an industry, in a specific industry, but to be the second largest privately held just company in the country, they got a lot of money. They got a lot of money.
Yes, and
So,
it was two of it was two of them. It was Charles and David or whatever the other one's name.
yeah,
Their
there
brother.
was,
One passed away a couple of years.
yeah, Professor. It's Julia Koch, the widow of David. What do you call it? Koch?
They,
It's Julia Koch is the
Coke, yeah.
widow of David Koch and her family purchasing stakes in the New York Liberty and New York Liberty, Brooklyn Nets, and reportedly 10% stake in the Giants. So they're getting in sports. You know that family is going to be number one pretty soon with the purchasing of NFL teams. Would you agree? I
Yeah,
mean, that's
yeah.
just going to keep going up, going up, going up. All righty, let's go. Uh, I don't know why he puts this in there. I got to go to Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson, number one in depth chart, lists Jackson Dart as Russell Wilson's backup QB2. Wow. What do you think about that? Winston getting dropped to 3? They're going to trade him, dude.
Nah, no, well, nah, because you figure, okay,
I'd
you want
Winston,
that
I'd want to
veteran
trade.
presence. Why? He's going to get paid regardless where he goes. So why not stay,
Winston,
with the Giants and help out with this kid?
Winston wants to play.
They all want to play, but it's only so many balls that go around. It's one at a time, and they're just grooming Jackson Dart to take over. During some kind of this year. That's all that is.
All right, well, we'll see. I just, I think it's interesting, but we'll see. I think there's a lot of pressure. They need to wait him out. Russell Wilson's got to do good. All right, here I want to see here what's going on with this, Byron. What Malik Neighbors get to a spat with Russell Wilson? What's going on?
Nah, nothing. Man, let's see, he's a diva wide receiver like all of them. They probably had an issue with, maybe he didn't throw the ball to him enough or whatever's going on. But, Russell Wilson's not that kind of guy, is going to sit there, hold a grudge or whatever. And, I'm sure they squashed whatever incident they had going on, and they're just going to move along and get ready for the season. That's, the diva receiver. They're all like that. All of them.
No, I agree. And Russell Wilson's a good quarterback for someone like that because he can control that. Remember, he's already played with some pretty good receivers, and he played with, so we'll see what happens. By the way, the Eagles are driving right down the field. I mean, yeah, the Eagles are driving right down the field. And there's a boy. He's already rushing. Oh yeah. All righty, let's keep going. Malik Neighbors here. What does he got for me here? So he's saying that the Giants wanted DeVito, but they snagged them off of waivers. How does that work, Byron?
Like the teams that have like the worst record are the ones that get the pick first, as far in that kind of order. So whoever was had the worst record, which was I think Tennessee, they get the pick, and then whoever behind with them, and then them, and then them, and then they just get the pick, pick of the litter. So they want to, at least he's still on the East Coast. Now, I don't know how Boston used to be, but I think it's a big, Italian area. They do have, Italian restaurants. The Irish.
Rhode Island. There's big Rhode Island has a lot of Italians. So Rhode Island,
so he's good,
and everyone from Rhode Island, they're all Patriot fans. That whole New Hampshire area or that Northeast area, they're all Patriot fans.
Yeah.
So, so they stand. But no. But my question is that why didn't they just put him to the practice squad? What's the difference of moving you down to the practice squad for our listeners? What's the difference of moving you down to the practice squad, and then putting them and getting someone off waivers? Jalen Hurts just ran it in, dude.
He got figures. He got released by the Giants, so because he's a veteran, he goes on the waiver list. So whatever teams in whatever order can snag him because he is a veteran, so he can go to that team without the Giants having to hurry up and sign him on the practice squad.
What makes a veteran? How many years?
I think it's 3. Well, anything more than 1.
Anything more than one? Okay, yeah. So he's been there for at least 2 years, right?
At least 2 or 3 years. Yeah.
Yeah. So if he was there for a
Yeah.
year, they could have just put him on the practice squad. Once he's there after a year and they release him, he's on waivers. And then what would have needed?
No, because he's a veteran, he's a free agent.
So they
So
released him. Now he's a free agent. How would they have brought him back to put him on the practice squad?
if nobody claimed him on.
Oh, okay, so in other words, you're risking releasing someone even if you want him on the practice squad because then someone else can waive him, and the person who it goes in the order of the draft in an effort to take him. Is that correct?
Right.
Okay. I can't tell if it's slow or okay.
Yeah.
All right.
No. Because he's a veteran. Because he's a veteran, he can pick pretty much whatever team he wants to go to. But New England has first rights as far as being able to pick this guy. And if he clears waivers, if nobody picks him, then the Giants can sign him to practice squad.
Got it. Giants can pick him in the crash. Okay. All right. Awesome. Let me ask you something. Hey, I'm excited. Do you know that all the sports shows are all talking about that the Giants, beware the Giants. They're the sneaky team. Who do you think is going to be the surprise team in the NFL this year?
Come on, man. You know I'm a Giant fan. The Giants.
Hey, look, I'm a Giant fan. I'm gonna say the Giants also. I don't think I'm still not gonna say they're gonna win the NFC East, but I do believe the Giants are better than they thought. Santiago was asking me why. Is my biggest thing is because the defense got better.
Yep.
Defense got better. If we could hold teams when it counts, right? If we can get some turnovers, we can get extra possessions, put the ball in the right guy's hands, right? If our running backs and our receivers catch the ball, they're going to be better. But I think it all starts with defense.
True. Since I'm gonna stop being a homer right now, because I'm being right now, my surprise pick is for our guy John.
Broncos?
Denver Broncos. Yes.
What do you mean? When you say, do you think the surprise pick is going to be the Broncos? Well, they made it. Didn't they make it to the playoffs last year?
Yeah, but for them to finish ahead of the Kansas City Chiefs out there.
Oh, wow! Let's go. We're going to do that when we go through the division picks. I don't know about all that. Until you unthrow my boy Patrick Mahomes, you ain't going to do nothing. I'm sorry.
So Denver has the number 1 ranked offensive line. Nick Benito, the guy that we saw just signed for all that money, the edge rusher. They have
let's go here. Let's go. Nick Benito signs a 4-year, $106 million extension with the Broncos, making him the highest paid defensive player in Bronco history. That's a little bit more than $25 million a year. But what's the position? He's a linebacker, no?
I'll take.
Let me tell you, the Eagles and the Dallas are fighting, huh? He's an edge rusher, right?
Yep.
All right, so he's an edge rusher. Well, he ain't making Micah Parsons money, but that's still a lot of money.
He's still good enough, though.
He's good enough, man. $25 million a year. Let me tell you. So you think that they're going to be you think they're going to dethrone the Chiefs? I disagree with you.
Yes.
Okay, tell me why. Why do you think? Okay, let's get rid of that. Why do you think they're going to? We're going to get off a little bit. We got a couple more Giant stuff to go over real quick, and then let's get back to that. Okay, let's go. But let's stick with our defense. Drew Phillips could become the Giants' secret weapon on defense. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, last year he played, very well. He's a nickelback, and every team needs a good, that good third DB, and he's probably as good as they get DB. So yes, he's not a secret anymore. They know this guy. He can ball out. So He's going to have a great season. The only one we have to worry about is that guy Tay Banks, our number one pick, is the issue. On that defense, I don't know if he's going to start. We'll talk about it later.
Tay Bix
out there.
He was a first rounder.
Yeah, for us. Yeah, for Maryland.
All right. Well, again, I go back to. I mean, yeah, but I'm. Is that the guy that you said kept getting beat? That wasn't turning his head.
Yeah, the one that doesn't turn his head.
That doesn't turn his head, which is what. Right? By the way, did you test my theory about throwing a ball to a kid and how big their eyes get?
He got big as saucers, man. The kid's
eyes exactly. By the way, I met this. Shout out to my buddy Patrick, who owns a. I gotta get the name of his pest control company here in Fort Lauderdale in Broward County, but he played at Morehead State. He was a receiver, and he was quick, and he was running like a 4.3, 4.4 back in the day, bro. And 4.4 was fast. And I was telling him that story, and he goes, he was playing against one of his defense back. I think one of them went pro, and he told him that. He goes, hey, he goes, man, what's going on? How are you catching me? And he's telling him that because every time you put your hands up and your eyes get big. So he said once he figured that out, that's how he would fake him out. He'd put his hands up, he'd open his eyes, and then cut back. You know what I mean? And do a cutback, and that's how we would start getting the ball a lot better. But look, that's another reason I'm excited. If you're telling me that, look at this, CeeDee Lamb's getting his. If you're telling me, look at we got Thibodeau, Abdul Carter. We got this guy, Drew Phillips, and who's our Leonard? Is it Leonard Marshall? No, Leonard Marshall's old school. Who's our defensive tackle? Williams.
Dexter Lawrence.
Dexter Lawrence. I get all Dexter Lawrence. I don't know why I can forget Dexter. Dexter Lawrence.
Don't forget Brian Burns. He's the edge rusher too.
Brian Burns. So remember all our picks that we were making. When I saw defense, I got excited. Right? It's all about the D. Right, it's all about the defense. So once the defense starts getting it up, needs to be suspended. Oh man, DJ Mack is saying that Jalen Carter needs to be suspended.
He probably
for
will.
Spitting on a player. That is crazy. That is crazy. I know. So hey, look, these are all good signs defensively, huh? What was that?
I never expect I still can't get over the fact that he did that. It's like mind-boggling, that you would do something like that.
Especially in the first game of the season, you just got your Super Bowl ring. I mean, think about all the stuff. Like, what do you think what do you think the coach is saying to him right now?
Nothing. He's sitting in the locker room watching the game probably right now.
Okay, you know what's coming out right now, right? Cowboys All-Pro cornerback DaRon Bland agreed to a 4-year extension worth $90 million. Another defensive back getting paid, Byron. You heard it first in Jersey Boy Sports Talk. DBs are going to get paid. Thank you, receivers.
Let me think about this for a second. Let me let the marinate. You pay
$20-something million a year.
Mm-hmm. Pay him $90 million. $90 million. But you don't pay the other guy that you shipped out of town. What sense does that make?
Yeah, but the other guy got paid. The Mike get paid $40-something million.
Okay, you're a DB. What's a DB's best friend on defense?
Defensive lineman.
Pass rush.
Yeah, defensive line, pass rush, no doubt. Defensive lineman, pass rush is my favorite. Why? The faster you get that boy to throw the ball, the faster chance I get an interception. The longer he has the ball, the longer chance I get to get beat. It's hard to cover a receiver. It's hard to cover a receiver for more than 6 seconds, right? Cover a receiver that fast for 6 seconds, and then when the play messes up, you know where you're going. And then you're covering receiver, and then if you got a running quarterback, it's even worse. If my defensive lineman cannot get, you said pass rush, I get it, but to me, it's the reason why I say defensive line, which do you agree, or defensive line are the pass rushers, right? The reason why I say defensive line because I need the defensive line to force them to have to pass. You got it? And if I force them to have to pass, now I need the pass rush. Now I know they're passing, right? But when it's first down, we don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's especially at a free safety, I don't know if it's going to be a run. I don't know if it's going to be a pass, right? But depending on the down and the yardage and the fact that my lineman is holding them, now we can play. Now it's just me and you, baby. So yeah, but I agree. I mean, I don't think they should have. Look, I think they should have paid Michael Parsons. I don't know what Jerry Jones was thinking, and unless he's getting a doctor's report that he's in the greatest health as possible, I don't see them rebuilding this team. I mean, do you really think the picks that they got? I don't think they got a good deal for Michael Parsons.
Nope.
I think they should have got more.
Yeah, we talked about it before. As far as them getting too late, in the 20s pick, because Green Bay usually picks in the 20s. They're not a slug team, and they're going to get later round first picks, unless my conspiracy theory where if they play bad tonight, that they take those 2 picks and trade for Myles Garrett.
Ooh, yeah, but that makes no sense. Myles Garrett's older, right? Number one.
How old is he? 30?
Yeah, Michael Parsons, what, 25?
26.
Oh, that's pretty young, bro. And Michael Parsons, I mean, Myles Garrett's awesome. It's still different. Why are you going to pay him the 40-something million?
Yeah, but he's already being paid, and then he probably could fit under their salary cap.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, and they saved the first 40 million that he just got.
Yep.
Right. So they trade for those 2 picks for the next year. Let's see what happens. Yeah, that's a good theory. I didn't think about that. By the way, Pickens just forced them to intercept a pass interference. So Pickens is already making his mark. Let's go. All right, so ready? Let's go into some predictions. Okay, hold on a second. We got to break for commercial. Let me go in here. Media assets. Break for commercial. This commercial is brought to you by Solvo and Hire Finder, international solution staffing company. Let's break.
Hire Finder makes hiring simple, fast, and affordable. For as little as $999 a month, you'll have access to a top-tier team of professional recruiters dedicated to finding you the best talent, quickly and cost-effectively. Whether your business doesn't have a recruiting team or your current team is overwhelmed, struggling to find top candidates, or unable to hire fast enough, Hire Finder becomes an extension of your team, becoming the best ally for all your recruiting needs.
Thank you, Solvo Globo, and great service, Hire Finder. If you want to hear more about Hire Finder, click on the link below for all your staffing needs. We recruit nurses. We recruit any specialty you have, flat fee service. Thank you, Solvo and Hire Finder. And let's bring to the stage one of our favorite co-hosts and beloved Pittsburgh fan, Mr. Joey Bag of Donuts Toscano. Welcome to the show. He's also the host or the co-host of the Donut Bag. Welcome, Joey.
Hello. I'm fashionably late.
You're fashionably late. That's all right. We were a little bit late, too. Are you ready for some football?
Finally, we're here. We're here.
Finally, yes. Yes. I was trying to get Byron excited. I couldn't do that. Some reason I can't. I don't understand. He was a defensive lineman in the NFL. You would think he'd be banging his head on the thing. He said it was always peaceful.
Byron. It's like Christmas.
Always about peace. I was about peace and love, man. Peace and love. Man. I was a hippie.
That is so funny. Wouldn't you think a defense like me? I was ready. I was hitting stuff, banging shoulder pads. Guys didn't want to get next to me because I get them dizzy. I was ready to go.
I didn't want to waste all that extra energy that I would need playing in the heat of Oklahoma.
in the heat. Oh, that's true.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was a little
but
hot.
it was early. It was early on. But I'm ready for some football. But Joey, I don't know about you, man, but off season podcasting football is hard.
It's hard thinking of things to
Coming
say.
up with material, I don't know, let's just spotlight. Now you're guessing and you're doing this. I mean, I don't know. I think I'm gonna ask our producer. We gotta take a break. We gotta take a break. But welcome to the show, Joe. We're gonna talk a little about take some picks. We just finished our commercial from Solvo Global, and I'm watching. The game is on right now, and hey, Dallas is about to score again. So, Joey, I want to ask you this question that I asked Byron earlier, right? What do you think it means if what do you think it means if Eagles do not win by at least 14? And what do you think it means if they win by less than 14? Because we picked them to win. Who are you picking, the Dallas or Eagles?
Oh, I'm picking the Eagles all the way. But I think it doesn't mean anything. And here's why. All these teams, they kind of take it easy in the preseason. They do light practices. They don't play in preseason games. The starters don't really play. They haven't played a full 60 minutes. So the first few weeks, you can't really judge a football team yet. They got to get their legs. They got to get yes. So if the Eagles are a little rusty or whatever, it's understandable because they haven't really been out there together the full time for a full 60 minutes. So I give them a break the first couple weeks if they're not running on all cylinders.
Well, okay. Well, I appreciate it. Byron pretty much said the same thing. And for me, nope, I don't care. I'm done with that preseason bull crap or the first few games bull crap of, we're just getting because you didn't play. Play the game. Play the game. And I just think if you're predicted to win the Super Bowl and you just got your rings and you're not jacked up to beat up on a division rival like the Cowboys, my feeling is you're going to have problems the rest of the year. Look at the Bengals. The Bengals got smart. They played their starters.
Yeah.
Why? They were one game away from making the playoffs, and because they started so poorly, they were one game away from making the playoffs.
They finally learned.
And then Byron just told me, look at this. This is a battle. Okay, Byron just told me that the Eagles, another thing is, the Eagles are predicted to win the Super Bowl again, but they just lost a third of their defensive players.
Oof.
So I'm confused. Even though Jalen Carter, we were looking at the numbers, Jalen Hurts won. By the way, Jalen Carter got ejected of the game for spitting on Dak already.
Inexcusable.
Okay?
You
so
can't
one,
spit on people.
And number one, you already lost a third of your defense. And number two, Jalen Hurts won the Super Bowl last year, MVP, deserving because he had almost 300 yards total, but they had the ball for a quarter more than the Chiefs, and that was a defensive win. At the end of the day, that was a defensive win. Right? Mahomes didn't have the ball. So if you lost a third of your defense, I don't see how you're predicted to repeat. And I just don't think the Eagles are a repeat team. That's just I'm saying it now, Jersey Boys, Boy Star. I just they're not a team that can build a repeatable team. Can they win in another couple years? I think they got the stats, they got the players, but I just don't think they're a repeatable team.
Listen, Super Bowl hangover is a thing. It is a real thing. You win that championship. You reach the top of the mountain. You get to the best you can possibly do. You're better than every team. What the heck is there to work for the next year? Oh, let's do it again. Now everybody's coming after the champ. It's going to be every game is that much harder, and they don't have the same motivation as it is to win that championship because they just won it. Super Bowl hangover is a real thing.
Unless you're Kansas City Chiefs. Which is we're going to talk about in a few minutes when we go about divisions, who win the divisions. Because Byron, I asked, who do you think is going to be the surprise team of the year? Joey?
Oh, me. Oh, sorry. You know what? I'm going to say Arizona.
That's an inch. That's not way off my radar. Why?
That would
Like,
kill
right. I'm sorry, Joey. That is way off my radar. I don't even think Arizona's not even on my board. Like I don't even. I forgot they had a team.
Wow.
Hey, Kyler Murray, he could be a good quarterback. Marvin Harrison Jr., he might be a good wide receiver.
I think he'll be a good wide receiver.
James Conner is a very underrated running back. They have an underrated team that they could put it together. It all rests on Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray and Kyler Murray, he's in that Trevor Lawrence territory of, hey, you're supposed to be good. You really haven't been good. So you better put up or shut up, buddy. He got a big contract. Same thing. He has not delivered. So he better put up or shut up. So all the pressure is on them.
That's the only equivalent I can make is about the big contract between Tyler Murray and Trevor Lawrence, because you're talking about a little guy versus a very big guy who won a national championship. All right. Well, Byron's is my surprise team of the year is going to be the Giants. Right. I think the Giants are going to play way better than expected. Right. Byron picked them to win the NFC East. So, that'll be a surprise too. I'll be happy. Don't get me wrong, but I picked Washington. But he's telling me he was going to pick his pick is, and we're going to get into his surprise team, the Denver Broncos. He thinks they're going to dethrone the Kansas City Chiefs.
It very well could be possible. It is very possible. That is that's a sexy pick. Denver's a sexy pick, and it makes a lot of sense. You consider that last year they did so much with so little. They had a rookie quarterback. They were in salary cap hell, and I was shocked. I thought Sean Payton was a lousy, was over the hill coach that didn't have it anymore, and he certainly had it. He just needed his quarterback. And Bro Nix might become a superstar. So I could totally see Denver doing that. And Chiefs are also in for a bad season. At some point, it got to happen. They were so lucky last year. There were so many fluke wins. You just can't sustain that all the time. And you're not going to be lucky all the time. So, I can totally see that.
Okay, I understand that side. But here's my side. Let's make this into a debate. Okay, you just finished talking about Super Bowl hangover.
Yes.
Okay, they won the Super Bowl the year before. They said that two in a row. They said we're coming back for a three-peat. Right after winning the Super Bowl, they went. What did they have? One loss.
The rules don't apply to the Chiefs.
They had one loss, and they made it to the Super Bowl, and then they lost. But to predict that I'm going to win 3 times, you can't win it unless you're in it. Is that fair?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
They lost, but they made it to the Super Bowl 3 years in a row. Playing, like you said, lucky wins, all of this, I think they got better.
Whoa. They got exposed in the Super Bowl.
They didn't get exposed in the Super Bowl.
How many passes did Travis Kelce drop? 2, 3. He wasn't Travis. The offensive line was average at most. Average.
They beefed up the offensive line. Go ahead.
They signed. They drafted the kid from Ohio State that had a knee injury, so he's the new left tackle. For the Kansas City Chiefs. But like I said, Travis Kelce, everything used to run through him. Then, they got a mosh posh of receivers. They don't have like a true number one receiver. That guy that they know that they can throw the ball to regardless. They got, Worthy and who the other guys. I don't even know who the other guys are. Travis Kelce is 7 years old. He's not the same Travis. They're going to start weeding him out and, get another. And now they're going to go with a rookie left tackle to protect the franchise. He's a rookie. Is he going to play well, or is he going to stink? What it is? What's it going to be? That's why I'm going to pick the Denver Broncos to knock off the champs.
Man, not going to happen. I'm not going against Patrick Mahomes. This ain't going to happen. Sorry. All right, we'll get into that. We'll get that in a few minutes. Okay, so ES, welcome to the show. ES made a comment. Okay. What would love to hear our expectations on Abdul Carter this year. Byron, I'll let you go with that one.
Let's see. My expectations. Let's see. Mr. Thibodeau is up for a contract. As far as the 5th-year extension, and I don't think the Giants are going to pay him that $40+ million number that edge rushers are getting. And if they have the right deal come along, I can see them trading him during the course of season if Abdul Carter is as good as advertised, and just go with him.
That is not the question. Answer the question. What is the expectation? No, it isn't. That's not your. Read the question. What are your expectations? What are your expectations? Just answer the question. Don't spin around like a trade and this and that. Answer the question.
I expect him to have 10+ sacks at least, a minimum.
That's balling. First year. Yeah, I think Abdul Carter is going to play. I think if you just said the defensive back they had is a good nickel back. We know Dexter Lawrence is playing. You said before that when Thibodeau, when they put the package with all three of them in the game, they were all getting the quarterback right away. Thibodeau's playing for a contract. Whether look at this, Jalen Hurts. And look, see, that guy Jalen Hurts, as good as he is, as big as he is, he slid, Byron. Mr. Daniel Jones, learn how to slide. Anyways, I think Carter is going to have a great season. I think because we beefed up our defensive secondary, we have edge rushers, we have Dexter Lawrence, and I think they're going to have a problem. They're going to have to figure out who they have to cover. Right? Who are they going to double team? If you double team Carter, who's going to get in there? Lawrence or Thibodeau? If you double team Lawrence, Carter.
You keep forgetting the best of the bunch is Brian Burns. He's the best of all of them.
Oh yeah, you keep bringing him up. Joe, what do you think, Joe? He's better than all of them?
Yes.
Really? What do you think? What do you think about Abdul Carter, Joey?
I think Abdul Carter is going to have the same kind of first season that whatever Lawrence Taylor did. I think that's what he's.
Stop! Do not come on my show. This is the set, Joe. You know it, Joe. I love you. You know I love you. You're always welcome on my show. But this is the second time. This is strike 2. This is strike 2. Okay, I'm gonna do you. What's what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do to him what I did to that other guy. Put him in the green. Put him in the bathroom. Put him in the bathroom. Remember Bronx Tale? Put him in the bathroom. Joey, put him in the bathroom. Okay? I'm putting you in the every time I do it, I'm putting you in the bathroom. Don't say that again. Last time you mentioned LT's name with anybody else. Last time that guy did that, we were a bust. Do not do that again. Okay, just say he's gonna have a great year. He's gonna have a great year. He's gonna have a year to remember. Okay, so that's the bottom line. And for him to have a year to remember, since he asked for that gentleman's number, he better have a year, because I guarantee you, LT gonna pick up the phone and says, "That's embarrassing," and you asked for my number, right, Byron?
Yeah. I can.
He's gonna call him up. The boy, don't ask for my number. Don't ask my number. You play football like that. I think that's a big reason why LT didn't want to give up his number. No, you got to earn it. Phil Simms didn't want to give up his number. Ask Phil Simms. So thanks for the question. Yeah. Yes, he will. Well, okay, that was me. I hope that answered your question, ES. We think Abdul Carter is going to be phenomenal. He's a Penn Stater. I think Penn Staters players play well. And remember, there was a time that wasn't Penn State at one time LB linebacker university.
Oh yeah.
Now he's got an edge rusher.
Linebackers, yeah.
They've always been strong, but their players do well in the NFL. Penn State players do well in the NFL. All righty. So Joey, let's go. Okay, Adam, I don't really care about that. We're gonna go here. All right. So we got some good games coming up, and we're gonna go to that. I don't want to keep putting it on. Does he have all the games? Yeah, it looks like he's got all the games. Well, let's go here, Byron. But then I got to go back and forth. So let's figure it out. All right. So let's go. So let's go to you, Joe. I want to ask you a question before we go with his picks. Look at this. Is that his second one? No way. Hurts just ran for a second touchdown.
Oh, man.
His second, it's 14-14. Well, 14-13 to hit the kick. That's crazy. So talk to me about the Steelers. What's happening? What do you think's going on? Are you hearing anything about Aaron? What's happening? It's been quiet over there. Normally you hear a lot about Aaron Rodgers. I haven't heard anything.
The crazy thing is, there was all kinds of speculation. Is Aaron Rodgers going to join the Steelers? What is Aaron Rodgers going to do? When he finally joined, they welcomed him with open arms, and he is like beloved in Pittsburgh. His teammates love him. He's been great. Now, we'll see if that translates to on the field. We'll see. But so far, so good with Aaron Rodgers. And if he could provide good quarterback play, and the Steelers are supposed to have a really good defense, they might do well.
Well, first of all, if the Steeler players really, if he's winning them over, he's going to have a good season, because Aaron Rodgers isn't that kind of player that like everybody's loving him, right? When he went to the Jets, you didn't hear that. When he went to the Jets, he was causing all kind of chaos. Mm-hmm. By this time, while he was the Jets, when he first got to the Jets, he was already causing chaos.
Right.
You don't hear a peep out of I haven't heard Aaron Rodgers' name other than them talking about him a little bit, but like he was with the Jets until right now. Byron, what are your thoughts?
Well, maybe it has something to do. This is his last rodeo. This is it. Mm-hmm. He just got married. He's a married guy now. So he probably just doesn't want all that chaos, in his life. He's with Mike Tomlin, your great, coach, that's sort of keeps everything on an even keel. And, he wants to go out a winner, get the great Pittsburgh Steelers organization back to the playoffs and, go a little bit further, than what they have been going, through the years. But being a married guy just changes you.
It sure does.
I think also that to your point, he wants to rehabilitate his image. I think his image took a huge hit with the Jets. Just his behavior in general. Basically, they just handed him the entire organization, let him do whatever he wanted, and it was a disaster. And that, I think he's majorly trying to rehabilitate his reputation, be a good teammate, be a good player, help the team, not do crazy things, not say crazy things. I think he's being a good citizen to end his career on a strong note.
Yeah. I think he has something to prove. I think that when he ended the season with the Jets playing good ball.
Yep.
I mean, he ended the season with 16, 18 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. I mean, he was starting to light up. You know what I mean? And now, to be with Tomlin and, Tomlin having, the worst quarterbacks, not the worst but not really good quarterbacks for a long time, I think he's going to do something. That's all they need. And that defense has to step up. Hey, TJ got paid. No excuses with TJ. And my problem with Pittsburgh, and Joe, I love to come on your show to talk about it because I like to hear what your listeners got to say. My issue with here it is. He spit on him while they were talking. Oh my God.
Yeah,
he spit on his jersey. What? Right in front of the ref.
Inexcusable.
We still would be fighting. We
absolutely cannot do that.
Fighting.
Who would?
Me. If somebody spit on me, we still be fighting.
Oh yeah.
Oh, they were fighting, but man, he's on the quarterback. Shoot.
You just don't do that.
Joe, what I was saying with Tomlin, and I was saying the thing with Pittsburgh though is whether was Russell there, Justin Fields there, your defense let us down last year. I'm just saying, your defense let us down. The year before, when you didn't have any of those quarterbacks, right? You were dangerous in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
I was expecting the same thing. TJ Watts was nowhere to be found in the last 5 games.
He was hurt.
He was hurt, and that's the problem. They run out of gas. They run out of gas because they're out there too much because the offense isn't good enough, and so the defense has to play too much. That is a trend. It happens almost every year.
Trust me,
they
I know.
just run out of gas at the end, and that's bad.
Well, you guys got to step it up.
Yeah,
that's the bottom line. You know, I don't want to put this all on Aaron Rodgers. I think Aaron Rodgers is going to do his part. Yeah, I got to step it up. By the way, let me ask you a question, Byron, and this is for you too, Joe, because you guys got this. You know, it's the first few games of the season, and not everybody plays. And Byron, what is harder to get in sync, offense or defense?
Offense.
Joey?
Yes, offense.
Okay, right. Right now, these teams are going down on every possession scoring.
There you go.
So I'm a little confused. If the offensive, which I agree with you, is harder to get in sync, a lot of moving parts, everyone's got to do their part. Defense, same thing. Everyone got to do their part, but you also got a little bit of latitude, right? You could jump if you know. What do they say, Byron? Don't get caught like a deer in the headlights. If you're gonna make the wrong move, do what? Make an aggressive wrong move. Yes.
Go full speed.
Go full speed no matter what. If you're like half blitzing, you're out. If you're blitzing, you're not supposed to. You better blitz with everything you got. These teams are driving up and down the field. So if anybody thinks should be rusty, should be your offense. Not your defense.
But think about what's going on. You don't have Micah Parsons on defense for Dallas anymore, and you don't have Jalen Carter for the Eagles.
That's true.
Those are 2 of the top 5 players in the NFL. That's the reason why.
Oh, so that's the reason why. Oh, come on now. Deny, deflect. You can't tell me because one player on each side. You just finished saying is they don't play preseason games.
Very good players.
There are very good players, but what's that got to do with everybody else? Offense is hard to get in sync. These guys are just driving down the field. You know, and in the Eagles defense, with all due respect, Jalen's running in twice, so that's not like a design play. But the point is, you know he's a running quarterback. He had 72 yards in the Super Bowl. You ain't got a spy? And Dak ain't running the ball in. He's just throwing the ball down the field and running. You know Jalen Hurts can run. You better put a spy on him. Yes or no, Byron?
No, not really.
You would have put a spy on Jalen Hurts.
No, because he doesn't take off. Like most of his runs are predetermined. They're not where he's just going to take off all the time. If you really watch him, most of the stuff that he does is predetermined runs. He doesn't just take off for the sake of taking off.
He used to.
But I'm just saying, and like the Eagles on defense. Okay, not the Eagles, but the Dallas on defense. The big thing they want to do was stop the run. They got this guy Kenny, Clark. I don't know how he's doing today for him to be there to stop the run. So. What's going on? Jalen Hurts is running up and down the field. I'm sure Saquon's getting his, and Shipley. They still didn't fix whatever problem they had, stopping the run.
All right, so Jalen Hurts right now has 5 carries, 43 yards. He's averaging 8.6 a carry, and he's got 2 touchdowns. Okay.
What's
and we're in the first quarter. No, now we're in the second quarter. Saquon. We're in the second quarter. Saquon's got only 8 carries, and he's got 35 yards. He's averaging 4.4 yards a carry.
And what does Shipley have?
Shipley's got 26 yards. He's averaging 6.7 on 3 carries.
They got almost 100-something yards in one quarter. Well, quarter and a half.
In what half? Yeah, quarter and a quarter at 0.75. 1.75 quarters.
Wait a minute. Here, take the Dallas run defense. There you go, right in the garbage. Throw it in the garbage. They're terrible.
Okay. Yeah, but look.
Just throw it away.
But Jalen's only got 31 yards passing. Dak's got 100.
You know who one of the starting corners is for the
CeeDee Lamb's already got 76 yards in the first half receiving.
Wait,
Good. He's
wait a
on my
minute,
team.
You know who's the other corner for the Philadelphia Eagles? I do.
Who?
We know both. Adoree Jackson. Where'd he come from? The New York Giants. He's one of the starting corners.
We're the minor league. We're the minor league team for the NFL.
Yeah, pretty much.
We get them going. We're the old Dolphins. Remember when the Dolphins team would always leave and go do something better? We're now the new Dolphins, right? Giants rev them up, go somewhere else, and then a superstar. Singletary, Leonard Williams. I mean, we can go on and on. Now we have this other guy, but Dak's got 100 yards passing, and he's probably got a little bit more. He just ran the ball. Oh, yeah, Jalen Carter is hurting them. They just ran the ball again right up the middle. But remember, the Eagles were always weak up the middle.
What? With them two big boys? Oh, no, they wasn't. Not up the middle.
All right.
Not with the two big tackles.
Let's go into some of the. Let's go to 2000 NFL predictions as we're winding this up. This is getting interesting. But now, don't forget what I said to you guys, right? Offense is harder. And these guys are putting up some big numbers on offense. So I don't want to hear that preseason, this starting slow, whatever. Maybe in the second half it happens. Look at first down, Dallas, running the ball up the middle.
I keep telling you the two best players in the league are not playing, man.
All right, so let's go. Let me mark it up. Okay, we got the AFC, right? I want to go by the divisions too. All right, let's pick the games. Okay, so AFC East, right? Who do you got winning this division?
Bills.
Bills. Byron?
Bills.
I got the Bills. All right, so we got the Bills. We got to remember that. Bills, what time is it? 9:24. Okay, Bills. All right. AFC North. You got Ravens, Bengals, Browns, Steelers.
Ravens.
Byron?
Bengals.
I'm going with the Bengals. What? That's that, Joe? Okay. Was that a wow?
Yeah.
Well, that was like your Arizona pick. I'm going with the Bengals because I think that they played their starters. I will tell you right now that if the Bengals don't start slow, they're coming after the Chiefs. They start slow every year.
If the Chiefs
that makes a lot of sense, actually.
What's that?
That makes a lot of sense, actually.
They start slow every year.
The issue with the Bengals, not only besides starting slow, is their defense was absolutely horrible. Now, don't tell me that when a defense is really bad one year, that they don't do everything they can to fix it. Whatever, even if it's the same people, even whatever it is, you're going to do something. They change their defensive coordinator. They're going to do something to improve it. So the defense is going to get better, and they have one of the best offenses in the league. So I can see them winning a lot of games. That makes sense.
And that's not only that. I don't know if you saw in Netflix, the quarterback. I mean, this kid put up 40-something points and still lost.
Joe Burrow is a good dude. He's a good dude in this.
I like Joe Burrow. All right, let's go. AFC South. Texans, Colts, Jaguars, Titans.
Texans, and the Jaguars won't be as good as people think, and the Colts and the Titans will suck.
Byron?
I'm going with my man, Daniel Jones, with the Indianapolis Colts.
I knew that was going to happen.
Now you know I was going to do it.
I knew you had to do it just to try. You're trying to save face, Byron. That's what it is. You're trying to save face with Daniel Jones. Well, I like to see.
I told you he's going to be a star, man. He's going to be a
star.
All
right, this is the first drive. Okay, so far each team has scored on every drive. Dallas has scored a field goal, and there is – hold on, let me go back. And there's still 2.5 minutes left for the Eagles to come down and score. Every drive, they've scored. Neither team is playing defense. All right, I'm picking the Texans. Let's go. Thanks, Santiago, for putting this together for AFC West. Oh, I know where Byron was going to go. Ahead, Byron. Go first.
The Sean Payton-led Denver Broncos.
Okay. Joey.
I still say the Chiefs.
That hurt, Joey. That sounded like it hurt, Joey.
Close.
That sounded like it hurt, Joey. What happened, Joey? That sounded like it hurt.
The Raiders.
You were talking all that thing. You were like, oh, I'm going to go with the Chiefs.
Because I'm so sick of them. I'm so tired of them. It's so old that they win every year. It stinks.
It's so funny. You become like a hero and then a victim the second you keep winning. I'm going with the Chiefs. So someone takes Patrick Mahomes out. That brother is still by far the best quarterback by yards in the league. Time out. Who do you think is close to Patrick Mahomes as number 2? I think everybody else, if you pick your top 10, I think from 2 down, you can rearrange who you want. Okay? But between 1 and 2, big distance. Byron?
Joe Burrow. He got those 2 cats, man. He got those guys.
Yeah.
Receivers. I think Joe Burrow's right on his
Joe
heels.
Burrow would be number 2 to me, right?
Mahomes is overrated.
His defense is bad. His offensive line is bad. He's carrying that team. He's right there. He's right there.
Okay. All right. I can say that. And now Joey just said something. Say it out loud again, Joey.
Mahomes is overrated. When you look at it from a statistical perspective, ever since Tyreek Hill has been gone, he is not putting up good numbers. They are not a good offense. They're more built on defense. They went on more on defense than offense. He just barely does enough to get by on offense. But Mahomes is not the superstar he once was. I don't know if it's age or he doesn't have the players or what, but Mahomes is overrated. Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow, they're all better quarterbacks than Mahomes.
He's got a 102 quarterback rating over his career, Joe. He's ain't under 100. 102. He's got 245 touchdowns to 74 interceptions. He's passed for 32,000 yards. He's played in his completion percentage is averaging 67%. Oh my God. No way. No, I just missed this whole thing here. All right. I don't know, Joe. I don't know how you could say that. I don't think he's overrated. I think he makes that team better. I respect your opinion, right? I just don't agree with it. And why?
His quarterback rating in the last 2 years has been 92.6 and 93.5.
That is very true.
Those are actually the 2 of the worst years of his career is the last 2 years.
Right. So if you take that out, look at his ratings. 105, 98, 106, 105, 113.
I'm
right?
not talking over the course of his career. He is having one of the greatest careers of all time. He could pass Tom Brady, which is amazing. I'm just talking about now, and I'm talking about recent history.
The last 2 years.
Well, I'm looking at the last 2 years, he was 93%.
How do you call somebody with 26 touchdowns and 11 interceptions good? 11 interceptions is good?
Yeah, okay. But
14 interceptions in 2023.
You're right. No doubt about that. But Byron started this early on that Kelsey dropped how many passes?
What, the Super Bowl? 2, 3, yeah.
Okay, and during the season, these guys were dropping passes.
He does not have the players that he used to.
They were dropping passes, and number one, what's wrong with having a great defense? I mean, your job is not to turn the ball over. He was even turning the ball over. They still won. I just think he's just one of those guys that makes everyone around him better. No matter what his play is, everybody, they believe in him. Did you see him cut his hair? He changed everything. He's doing everything he's got to do. So, I'm not going to dethrone the Chiefs until somebody dethrones them. I don't think if anybody dethrones them, I think it'll be the Chargers before the Broncos.
I could see that.
I think Harbaugh is a good coach.
Yeah.
I think Justin Herbert also, as much as I like that guy, do you agree? He has to step up because he hasn't been playing that well lately. And
Justin
he's
Herbert.
not Justin Herbert.
Yeah, I mean, it's everything completely changed when they changed coaches. They went from they went to the Harbaugh, which is great, but we know who was the coach before that. You and my favorite guy. So he went from throwing it all over the place to a strong running game. But yeah, I mean, Herbert is the opposite of Mahomes. Mahomes finds a way to win every time, and somehow Herbert finds a way to lose almost every time. So there's that gene, there's that clutch gene that Mahomes has and Herbert doesn't. Okay,
that's what makes him the difference.
Okay,
right, that's what makes him the difference. The other thing is, I go back to that they're counting his playoff wins and all that. They keep forgetting he was robbed of making a playoff the year that you and I went off on Brandon Staley, when all he needed to do to tie. You deprived him from an extra playoff game.
That's true.
You don't know what he could have done in that game. You don't know if they could have made a run. You don't know if he would have won that game and then won another one. Now he's judged on playoff wins when he got let out of a playoff.
That's true.
Right? So let's go. Okay, so we got NFC East. Byron, we know you got the Giants. I got the Commanders. Joey, I think you picked the Commanders. I think we did this before, no?
No, I'm not high on the Commanders. I think they're not going to make the playoffs.
You picked the Cowboys.
I
think you picked the Cowboys.
I'm changing my mind. I'm going Eagles.
Cowboys.
You
insulted me twice, 3 times now.
Cowboys are they're.
You did say the Cowboys on our show. You said the Cowboys.
Okay, I'll stick with that. The Cowboys.
No. You could switch. But I just want to make sure we're clear. Don't do it, Byron, on me. Do we have it here? What'd you do with my what Byron's saying here? Man, we used to have it on here. Deny, deflect. It's okay, Joey. You can switch. Don't worry about it. I'm not gonna hold you to it, but I'm just saying, you are on the NFC East predominant show. So when you talk about LT, and you start talking about the Cowgirls, it becomes a little bit of offensive, right? All right, let's get to our picks. I don't want to. We're gonna pick the games, but he has it. I don't know if he put all the games. Byron's got it on the sheet, so let's share it. Let's share the sheet. I know we're going a little bit long today, Santiago, but it's the first season game. We're all hyped up. You guys still ready to go for a little bit more on the picks? Byron?
Go.
Yeah, Byron, you good?
I'm good.
All right,
Byron
I'm good. Byron put this together. Yeah, I'm fired up, and it's time. I'm tired. Byron fired up. Okay, let's go. Present. Share screen. Share screen. Allow. Window. I think this is it. Here you go. Can you see that, guys?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now we can.
All right. So here, Joey, let's put you on here. Joey, you got to send in your picks, okay? Eagles, Cowboys.
Eagles.
Chiefs, Chargers.
Chiefs.
You guys talk all that smack and then you switch teams. Dolphins. All right, Byron. Dolphins, Colts. Come on now.
The Colts, man. Daniel Jones.
Joey, Dolphins.
Dolphins.
Okay, I'm actually going to go with the Colts. I think Dolphins.
Oh boy.
I think Dolphins going to have a rough year. All right, let's go, Joe. I'm going to give you first shot. Steelers, Jets.
Steelers.
Byron.
Steelers.
All across the board, Steelers. I'm sorry. I think it's going to be a revenge game. I think he's going to go in there and light it up.
Who? Aaron Rodgers or Justin Fields? That's both a revenge game for them.
I think Aaron Rodgers, you cannot compare Justin Fields to Aaron Rodgers.
Exactly.
Tomlin did not see something in Justin Fields. He wouldn't have let him go. Right? And no offense to the young man, but if Tomlin was willing to let you go, look at this. Oh my God. They just threw a bomb to Eagles. The Eagles are going right down the field. All right. Who is it? Is that Devontae Smith? Who's number 2? Byron.
Devontae Smith.
It is Devontae Smith. Isn't that the guy we were talking about?
Yeah.
They need to use him more. And we said they need to use him more. AJ Brown's been quiet.
It's called double coverage with him.
Oh man. Barkley just dropped a little pass. Is that Barkley? Yeah. All right. We got Panthers, Jags.
Jaguars.
You gonna pick Jaguars, Byron? Panthers. I'm gonna go with the Jags. I think Trevor Lawrence has to do something. Joey, here you go, Joey. Cardinals, Saints.
Oh, Cardinals are going to destroy. Saints are horrible.
Byron.
Cardinals.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to Cardinals. I think Saints gonna be terrible. All righty, Giants, Commanders, Byron.
Come on, man. You know I pick the Giants. Come on now.
Joey.
I'm going to pick Giants. I think Commanders are in for a bad year.
I don't think the Commanders gonna have a bad year, but I am gonna be hopeful for my first game. I'm not gonna go against my Giants. Not the first season. All right, I'm gonna pick the Giants. What's that?
I was checking to see which way you was gonna swing.
And nah, I ain't swinging nothing. I just think it's gonna be a challenge for them in their first year. I think they do well, but hey, if they win, I'm gonna be happy. These guys are 3rd and 2, and they're on the 16-yard line. That is crazy. Bang, first down. That is nuts. All right, let's go back. Buccaneers, Falcons. Oh, that's so interesting. That's a tough game to pick. Byron.
Which it is again? Falcons what?
Buccaneers, Falcons.
Buccaneers.
Joey?
I agree, Buccaneers.
I'm going to go with the Falcons. I think Bo Nix he's the real deal. All right. Bengals, Brown.
That's Michael Penix is a quarterback.
Michael Penix.
Same thing.
Michael Penix. Sorry, I'm tired. Now I'm getting exhausted. Bengals, Browns. Byron. Michael Penix.
Bengals,
but it would not surprise me if Browns won.
But Joey, that's not a pick.
Wow.
Bengals.
Okay. Why would the Browns win? You think Joe Flacco is going to be Joe Burrow? And the only reason you got a chance is because if the Bengals start off slow. Hey, let me tell you something. Jalen Hurts is going to – I think he's got 100 yards already over in the first half.
Yep.
Let me see.
Can't stop the run.
Okay. Eagles. Okay. Jalen Hurts. Oh, man. Jalen Hurts has got that's not updated. Let me see. Player stats. Eagles.
He's got.
Oh my God. Oh boy. How much time did I say when I told you before? 2 minutes and 24 seconds. They drove down 8 plays, 81 yards. In 1 minute and 43 seconds, and my boy Barkley just ran it in. So far, they got 6 scores on 6 possessions. Jalen Hurts has 93 yards rushing. Just wanted to tell you, in the first half, Byron, 93 yards rushing.
No, passing.
No, 93 yards rushing.
So he has 93
No, passing. Yes. No, my bad. 48 yards. This can't be updated, is it? Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Okay. No, 93 yards passing, and he's got – why does it look like he's running so much more? He got 50. Look at that. He's already at 100, almost close to 150 yards of total offense in the first half.
And what does that tell you about the Dallas Cowboy defense? They stink.
Well, it ain't. The Eagles defense ain't doing much better, right? It's just a close game. But let me see. It's only the first half. All right, let's keep going. I thought I was sharing my screen. Am I not sharing my screen?
Not anymore.
No.
You were.
Oh, something must have happened here. Let me go.
Operator error.
User. All right. Bang. All right. Let's go. We got Patriots, the Raiders versus Patriots.
They're both bad.
Patriots. I guess.
You know, it's funny. I'm gonna go Pete Carroll. I'm gonna go with the Raiders. All righty. So I'm not gonna pick next week yet, Byron. All right, because of time.
No, because I'll be in Atlantic City next week.
You'll be in Atlantic City, gambling on the games. All right, here. Let me save this.
I don't gamble.
All right, I'm saving this for next week, so we have our scores. See who won, and then I'll count it up. All right, so let me start. How do I? All righty, so we're wrapping this up. Hey, I'm ready to watch second half of football, and unfortunately, I would like to go to bed, but I don't think that's going to happen. You know what's so funny? When I graduated college, I moved out to the West Coast. I was like, man, this is terrible. Have Monday Night Football at 6:30. Who the heck is going to go out at 6:30? And now I'm older. Damn, I wish that Monday Night Football game was at 6:30.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. I'm tired. It's going to be 10 o'clock. All right, guys, this show went a little bit longer. I really appreciate it. Joey, can you tell our listeners how they can hear and they can find out about you? I got a couple comments. We got a comment here. Let's address. Yes. Who would you rather have as a depth chart? Theo, tight end Theo Jansen. Here, put this on the board. Byron, you want to answer that?
I'm going with the young kid, Theo Johnson from Penn State.
All right, so there it is. Penn State, another Penn Stater. Penn State produces some good football. Yeah. Let me tell you something. For Penn State to go through what they went through with Paterno and all that stuff, that was a fast turnaround.
Yeah, it was.
I mean, it's almost like winning changes everything, right? It's just sad that the statue of Paterno, I'm wondering if it's still there. It's kind of tainted, you know what I mean? His years, but it's definitely turned around. Joey, how can our listeners find you, hear about you?
The Donut Bag Podcast. Just also look for me on Twitter. Joey Megadonut is a V instead of an F. But football's in swing. We're going to be talking lots of Steelers.
Okay, Joey Bag of Donuts with an F,
not V instead of an F.
Like you have it here on the screen, right?
Yeah.
Joey Bag of Donuts. You get them on Twitter. And then when is your show?
The Donut Bag Podcast. It's Mondays at 8.
Mondays at 8 o'clock. All right. So you'll be giving us an update on Aaron Jones this weekend and Aaron Jones. So you can tell now I'm done tired. Aaron Rodgers this weekend, see how it's played. We're going to hear about our defense, see what's going on there. All right, Byron, we got our picks down. Byron, thanks for putting that together. Let's see how we do. We're going to keep a tally now. Let's get some picks in. Also, for our fans in there, let's get your picks in. Put them in the podcast. Listen to the show. We're going to give away a gift card, an Amazon gift card to the winner of our fans if you put in your picks for the rest of the season. So that's what we got. Gentlemen, thank you as always. Don't forget, every Thursday. What time, Byron? 8 p.m. See, we put up.
There you go.
We put up whatever kind of fingers, Joey, because everybody keeps asking, "What time's your show? What time's your show?" 5, 6 years running. 8 p.m. I don't understand. Does it really matter what number we put up? 8 p.m. Listen to Jersey Boy Sportscast. Don't forget to smash the like button if you hear a show. Click the link below if you want to hear more about Solvo, Globo, and Hire Finder and any of your staffing needs. Also, listen to the Donut Bag. Click the link below. Listen to Donut Bag Monday nights at 8 p.m. Gentlemen, thank you for your show. You have a great night. God bless, and let's go from there. Peace.